So this is a very profound meditation that is based on...
Recording in progress.
This is based on a called the Meditation on the Six Perfections, based on the Six Perfections and their subdivisions from the Sutra on Understanding the Profound and Esoteric Doctrine, Jie Shemi Jing. This was written in around 300 CE and then translated into Chinese by Tang Xuanzang in 647. So this sutra is the most important source for the doctrines of Yogacara. So we will begin our verses first for sitting meditation. Now we will say the verses for sitting meditation. With posture upright and stable, I sit at the foot of the Bodhi tree. Body, speech, and mind are one in stillness. There is no more thought of right and wrong. Mind and body dwell in perfect mindfulness. I discover my original nature, leaving the shore of illusion behind. Noble Sangha, diligently bring your mind into meditation. Sending the awareness to the breath. Focusing, ardent, alert, mindful. Putting aside our wants and worries about the daily life. Always mindful, I breathe in. Mindful, I breathe out. Breathing in long, I breathe in long. Or breathing out long, I breathe out long. Or breathing in short, I breathe in short. Or breathing out short, I breathe out short. Breathing in sensitive to the entire body. Or breathing out sensitive to the entire body. Breathing in, calming the bodily formations, the breath. Breathing out, calming the bodily formations, the breath. Observing, accepting, letting go. Sending the mind to the first perfection, generosity, dana paramita. We send our awareness to our heart center, aware of our quality of generosity. We notice our intention to be generous. We notice our opportunities to be generous. And notice our actions to be generous in 3 ways. First, the giving of material goods. Are we aware of how we can be helpful to those in need? Are we aware of our opportunities to help others? Are we aware of how we can take action and give back to the world? Second, we share our understanding and our knowledge of the Dharma teachings when requested. Do we have the intention to help others in this way? Sometimes, even in silence, we share our presence, our loving kindness, our compassion, whenever we have the opportunity to do so. Third, we are able to share a sense of security with others so that they have less fear and anxiety, so that no one feels anxious in our presence. And then we can give them comfort when ill or passing away. This is the perfection of generosity. Second perfection, morality, sila paramita. Noticing our intention to live a peaceful and moral life. Noticing our opportunities to make choices that are non-harmful to others and to ourselves. Noticing what actions we take when faced with moral and ethical decisions in three ways. First, using our power of restraint to turn away from what is unwholesome. Once our restraint is strong, we can go further to remove the roots of unwholesome afflictions and hindrances. Second, using our power of discernment to turn towards what is wholesome. When our wholesomeness is strong, we cultivate and maintain our wholesome roots. Third, developing the altruistic intention to turn toward helping all sentient beings. Noticing our intentions, our opportunities, and our actions in the perfection of our moral discipline. Third perfection, patience, Santi Paramita. Now focusing on developing and perfecting patience, the great antidote to anger and aversion. We notice our intentions to be patient, to override our impulses. We notice the opportunities where our patience may be tested. We notice the actions we can take to develop our patience in 3 ways. First, if we are insulted or injured in some way, we are patient not to strike back, particularly with our words. Second, we develop our patience to abide peacefully when suffering from any kind of pain or distress, physical or emotional. We apply the principle of impermanence, knowing that whatever we're feeling will arise, change, and cease. We apply the principle of knowing that the world is imperfect, dissatisfactory, and we apply the principle not to take things personally, becoming empty of self. Third, the patience to investigate the teachings, the Dharma, knowing that it may take time to develop the maturity to understand the teachings, to learn how to practice them and realize them. It may take months, years, or even lifetimes. So we need the forbearance and determination to practice, even when we make mistakes, not allowing ourselves to become discouraged. This is the perfection of patience. The fourth perfection, diligence, Paramita. Focusing our attention now on the perfection of diligence that pervades all 6 perfections, all 10 perfections. We notice our intentions to be diligent, to have good energy, to apply our efforts. We notice our opportunities to be diligent. We notice when we take action with good energy in 3 ways. First, our energy and diligence is like a suit of armor that can protect us from distraction, laziness, and negativity. Second, our diligence can be focused with the intention to create goodness in the world and in our own daily lives. Third, we can use our diligence and energy to be of benefit to all beings in the world, without concern about ever being rewarded for our efforts. We are unattached to merit, compliments, flattery, such that our efforts are focused purely on being of benefit to others. This is the perfection of diligence that pervades generosity, morality, patience, concentration, and wisdom. Fifth perfection of concentration, Samadhi Paramita. Focusing our attention now on cultivating the perfection of concentration, to be able to practice our meditation, developing from stage to stage, from step to step, being able to go deeper into the practice. So that our meditation is able to focus the mind to be undistracted, becoming quiet. Eventually, thoughts become more and more stilled. We cultivate our concentration in 3 ways. First, noticing our intention to abide in happiness. Noticing how joyfulness arises in the mind through our practice. Noticing the opportunities that arise that we can set aside time in our daily life to practice. Also, there are little moments throughout the day, when we have a few moments to stop and practice to refresh the mind, to calm the mind, to return to a sense of peacefulness in the moment. This way we develop the mind of tranquility. Paying close attention as to how to practice meditation to help us in our daily life. Cultivating our practice to attain the higher levels of concentration, where the factors of discursive thought dissolve and give way to joyfulness, happiness, and one-pointedness. And how further practice allows the mind to let go of these factors as well. Through the deeper practices, we move into more subtle dimensions of mind. We become more aware of how our meditation and concentration can help us to become more helpful to others. We can see how we can be more of benefit to the world and to ourselves when the mind is calm, clear, and compassionate. This is the perfection of concentration. The sixth perfection of wisdom, Prajna Paramita. Focusing now on cultivating the perfection of wisdom, Prajna Paramita, the highest of the six perfections. Cultivating wisdom and discernment that incorporate all the other perfections of generosity, morality, patience, diligence, and concentration all together. We notice our intention to be mature in making wise decisions. And we see our opportunities to be wise and caring toward others in three ways. First, our discernment needs to account for the conventional world, where objects and physical things are all around us. Being sensitive not to cause any difficulty to ourselves and others. Second, we are aware that our wisdom should be connected to the higher truths, so that we can learn to negotiate the difficulties of life how to understand suffering, the cause of suffering, the ending of suffering, and the path to end suffering. We focus on how we can develop right speech, right action, and right livelihood. And the concentration disciplines of right effort and right mindfulness, right concentration. Developing the discipline of wisdom, right view, and right intention. This is the perfection of wisdom. Going further into the 10 Paramitas, number 7 is skillful means. The skill in resorting to appropriate expedients. In 2 ways. Skill in turning the mind towards the supreme enlightenment. And second, the skill in delivering sentient beings from suffering. Learning these skills allow us to be of great benefit in the world. The 8th Paramita of vows is also of 2 kinds. The vows for attaining and awakening, and the vows for promoting well-being and happiness for other sentient beings. We learn the skills of making vows in this way to help ourselves and others. Number 9, the power of fulfillment of 2 kinds. The power of that the mind has to think and learn, and the power that we have in the mind to progress to self-cultivation. And these powers are exercised in order that the first paramitas may never be extinguished or interrupted. And finally, 10, the transcendental wisdom or knowledge of 2 kinds. The wisdom to attain the bodhisattva path and the wisdom to be able to be of benefit to every sentient being, to help them reach their own liberation. May all beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. May all beings be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May all beings never be separated from the altruistic joy which is free from suffering. And may all beings dwell in the great equanimity which is free from attachment, aversion, and ignorance.